in the clouds, feet on the ground. Hustle from the jump, never slowing down. Brick by brick, we build it tall. Climbing out the trenches, bout the ball. Pressure make diamonds, we ain't folding. Storms in our past, steady rolling. Heart of a lion, unshakable grit. Blowing up the scene, every bar spit. Rise and grind, it's all relevant. Keep on pushing, stay intelligent.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Rae Wiz.
And it's your A1 since day one, Miss Peaches.
Thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of
It's All Relevant.
Today we got a pretty good show in store for y'all today.
We do.
Miss P got some good stuff to talk about, so let's see what this takes.
Okay, first I just want to check in. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Sitting next to a beautiful woman like you, I don't think I could be doing too much better right now.
That's good.
How about you? How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I feel great.
Ooh,
I feel great.
I like the choice of words.
I had a great weekend. Great weekend.
Love the choice of words.
Yeah.
Great, amazing. Sounds like you're going places.
I am.
Okay.
See you when I get there.
Oh, that's how you gonna look.
All right. So Valentine's Day was this past weekend. So I want to know, what was your favorite with me? Let's be specific. With me, what was your?
I really want to talk about girlfriend on the side. My side piece, you know what I mean?
Whose side piece?
You know I got several side pieces.
See.
You know me. You know I'm out here in these streets. What you mean?
You want me to go to jail today? I can see what you're doing.
You know
What was your favorite celebration?
Okay.
Like one of your highlight Valentine's Day. One of our highlight, in your opinion, one of our highlight Valentine's Day celebration. It's been a lot, so I know you may not remember them all. But
what about the airplane trip when we?
That was nice. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. It was a helicopter.
No.
We took a helicopter ride, babe.
Hey, we took an airplane ride. I got pictures of it.
Oh yeah, okay. It was a smile. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a smile. One of them smile airplane. It was a smile airplane. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And then we went to a concert. It was Jagged Edge.
It was an old school concert.
Yes,
right?
It was Jagged Edge. It was a guy. It was what's RL real name?
Oh, you talking about
what's his real name?
RL.
No, what's his name? I'm mad. I'm spacing on this.
He's the creator of the
of New Jack Swing. What is his name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Well,
but
anyway,
I can't. Anyway,
they were there.
Yeah,
that was nice. That was a dope Valentine's Day.
I think my was there.
Talking about Johnny Gill?
Johnny Gill. I think Johnny Gill was there.
Okay. Well, my memory is kind of flaky, so.
But
I had a good time. I remember the feeling.
That was my favorite. Okay, so let me ask you this. What is your top 5 love movies?
The only movie that sticks out in my head is Love and Basketball, because other than that, I ain't really into love movies, but if it's
okay, you got Love Basketball, of course. Mm-hmm. You got Love Jones.
Love Jones was good.
Love Jones was really good.
Yeah, it just wasn't,
You Love Jones. You got a Brown Sugar.
Good, real good.
That was real good.
Yeah.
I stopped at 3. I should have did top 3 love movies.
You know what was a good one? The one we watched recently, where the black couple end up killing the police.
Oh, Slim, Queen and Slim.
Now that was a good movie.
That was good. That was good.
I would have wanted it to end differently, but overall, it was a pretty dope movie.
That was a good movie. Okay, we gotta think of one more because that's only 4. We need one more. I don't know why I'm spacing like this.
I know. The question is so on the spot. Love movies that makes me feel some type of way.
Love movies. You gotta, whatever it is, it's probably gonna be in the 90s.
Yeah, or be Disney. Like Disney didn't have movies. I'm gonna be don't be sleeping on Disney. Disney didn't have some movies that'll make you, like
what movies?
I don't cry.
What movies did Disney have?
All of them.
That's
Lion King, Aladdin.
That's not a love. That's not a falling in love, meet cute type of movie. Lion King?
Lion King, it was about the love of your
No, don't do that.
child.
Don't do that. We
then
talking about
Nala and Simba, they was in
we
love.
talking about
you know what I mean?
Valentine.
Like,
Okay.
it was love in that. Come on now.
I didn't say it wasn't no love, but that wouldn't be considered as like a rom-com, meet cute, little love movie.
A whole new
Okay.
world. A new fantastic point of view.
Okay. All right.
But,
well, we
like
got to get up on our love movies. Y'all, if y'all could think of some other love movies that we did not name, first of all, don't hold it to us because it's on the spot, but also put them down below.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
All right, so All-Star Weekend was this past weekend.
Yeah.
In San Francisco. So let's talk about the dunk contest with Mac McClung. First of all, Mac McClung sounds like a fake name on like a fake driver's license. Like McLovin, like when I hear Mac McClung, I instantly think McLovin. It don't sound like a real ass name.
That's why when you ask me who won, I say Mac Lamore. it's something along those lines. But, I ain't watched the dunk contest in a few years because, I just didn't watch so many of them that I'm not really that impressed anymore.
Okay.
But I will say this year, that white boy showed out.
This is his third consecutive win.
Yeah,
back to back to back.
Yeah. And it's just the fact that the height he is and he can jump as high as he do. He's doing dunks that definitely we've never seen.
Yeah.
Definitely never seen.
Oh, the one when he touched the backboard.
No, he touched
he touched the backboard. Was that last year?
Yeah,
Okay.
Year. This year he touched the rim.
Okay.
That boy. But
he did.
Yeah,
he
but
did.
Jumping over the car with a double clutch.
Yep, that was fire.
Backwards.
That was fire.
Dunk, man, that boy was doing. It ain't, and that's the thing. I don't think it's necessarily the hops. I'm pretty sure there's several people in the NBA that can, jump like him. But the creativity.
Right.
I think he
I can see that. Yeah, another level
of creativity, and sometimes that's all it takes.
I don't know because I remember seeing people like jump over cars, like
but they were real basic dunks. That's why this.
Oh, you talk about the creativity of the dunk, not the everything.
The props and everything, but you've always seen props, but you know what I mean. His creativity overall, I think, has he got a good insight on how to put it together.
Yeah.
But. The boy did.
The boy is nice. He was real nice.
Like
Don't start because I feel like you about to start.
Yeah.
I feel like, are you about to start?
Yeah, I was about to start.
Okay. All right, so talk about Jello's performance. So he performed Tweaker.
Yeah. He should have brought Lil Wayne out with him. But.
I think he just for his first performance, he just wanted it to just be him so he get the feel of it. I wasn't impressed at all. It just he just seemed unprepared and not ready. To me, it was just like, nigga, okay, during practice, was you really practicing how you was gonna do shit? Or was you just bullshitting and now you out here and you look like you bullshitting?
Well, I think that was just because he's a new artist.
But during practice, what I'm saying is,
he just lacked energy.
If you gonna be,
that really was what
I think he lacked energy. He didn't know what his next movement.
Stage presence.
He didn't know what stage presence. He didn't know what his next move was gonna be. It was just like he was trying to think of it in his head. Yeah. And I'm like, nigga, did you not practice? Because this is NBA All-Star Weekend. In this show performance, you should be practicing.
Yeah.
Because you're new. You should probably be practicing and how to get the crowd hype, how to get fan participation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I was about to talk about rain. Precipitation like a motherfucker. But it just felt like the nigga didn't practice. Why did you not practice?
I think a lot of times new artists, they underestimate the
especially in this climate. Why would you not practice?
Well, what I'm saying is when you get on that stage, it's a whole different world trying to do say your words and interact with the crowd, then put on a performance. You know what I mean? And when you new, it's even worse. But You know, I
Yeah.
think a more seasoned
I mean, I
artist
expected
knows
it.
this. You know
I
what
expected
I mean?
it to be some bumps, but what I'm saying is, it's like, nigga, did you practice? That's all I'm saying, because
he had to practice.
I don't know
but
if he
what
practiced,
you're
bruh.
saying is he obviously didn't practice good enough for you. Is what you're saying.
What I'm
'Cause
saying is that
whatever he did do still wasn't enough
no,
for you.
it wasn't.
Right?
It wasn't. It wasn't even close. It was literally like, you might have practiced, but the niggas that was with you while you was practicing wasn't giving you the real. Like, they was like, yes, man. You was like, yeah, when I get up on stage, you know, I'm gonna do my thing. And they was like, yeah, yeah. When they should have been like, hell no, nigga, if you can do it on stage, you can do it right now. Do it right now.
But
Whatever you plan on doing up there, do it right now.
A lot of times, practicing those cases and what you asking, his practicing may have been the spot I was supposed to be at the time I was supposed to be at. So
Okay,
his dancers can choreograph their situation
he needed
around
some other
him.
niggas
So
around
once he
to
succeeded
be like,
with that,
nigga,
he thought he succeeded. And there was nobody around to be like, bro, I need
that's
that
the
energy.
problem.
I need that energy. Like, make people feel it. Like,
that's the
really
problem.
Put you into the song.
Yes, and he didn't have none of them people around. Either he didn't have them around, or he just didn't listen to him.
Yeah, but
and made up his own thing. And I'm just like, nigga, in the climate that we live right now, like, if you gonna be doing a performance, especially All-Star weekend or any celebratory weekend, nigga, put the work in.
I mean, you know,
Put the work in.
Give him a break.
I'm gonna give him a break.
Big performance.
I'm gonna give him a break. But Jello, put the work in.
You know, the song is dope. So he did a good job on that. I'm waiting to hear what he follow up with. I'm hoping.
Oh, he dropped another single already. We'll listen to it.
Yeah, I heard it. But yeah, Jello, do your thing, man.
So
you know what I mean. This is your first big performance that, you know, a lot of people have probably seen you on, and you know, you can create a wave because Drake is obviously not coming back. You know what I mean. So it's a spot open. You know, and I wish the best.
Man, I've been watching these reviews of this album.
Is it garbage?
It's a lot of singing, right? But that's not unusual.
Yeah, but he said this one's for the ladies.
For the ladies, right? It's a lot of singing. He got one song where he start speaking with like a Spanish accent, and somebody posted a video. It was like a Spanish dude, Hispanic dude, posted a video. And he was like, "You not like us either, Drake." And you know what? Honestly,
that is crazy.
Honestly,
man.
I have to say that my ears are biased right now, just because when I start listening to some of the tracks, because you know people
did a number on y'all.
But it's not even that. It's okay. That might be part of it, yes. But also, after an interaction like that, the Kendrick and Drake thing, after that type of competitiveness, I expect Drake to come back in his motherfucking bag. And he was not in his bag. Like, get in your bag.
You know, and I almost, this is probably the last time you'll ever hear me talk about it. But I do have to bring to the attention that I'm just giving my opinion. You know, I like both artists.
Mm-hmm.
And just like we put the post from last week's podcast, and you had, and within the clips, it was talking about my, pretty much my idea about Drake and Kendrick beef. And people, they just dumped on me, man. Like, they like, see, it's immature people like this. Why don't people realize what Drake has done? And I'm like,
what Kendrick has done?
No, what Drake has done. Like, I guess, you know, since Kendrick said that he was messing with little girls and stuff like that.
Okay. Like, that part. Okay, realize what Drake
that part.
I got you.
And I mean, I don't know the details of how it all played out. I really don't. When I give my opinion about it, my opinion is based off what I've heard. And what I heard is Drake and J. Cole attempted to get Kendrick on first person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick denied it or refused to be on it, but they even still included his reference as the three best, right? By including him as the three best. That then did it, which means that I ain't got no beef about you. When Kendrick came out, it seemed like he came on Future's song and he was like, I hope those sentiments symbolic. Fuck that. I choose violence. It's kind of what, I don't remember
That's
the word, but that's pretty much what it says. I'm bipolar. I choose violence. And that sounds like I'm being petty. I don't even care that y'all wanted me on the song. Ain't no best. I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds like it's coming from a person that wasn't really putting the emphasis on the fact that, oh, he's a pedophile. He even made a song saying, I hate you. I hate the way you dress. I hate the way you talk. I hate that sounds personal. And anytime somebody uses me to personally come up, that is where the problem I have. Do you? I don't care what a person does, but all I'm saying is what I don't like. If you are this good, be that good and be it on your own representation of yourself. Okay. Don't have to bring somebody else in to get the type of attention for you to validate who you are. Is it true that Drake may have watered down the game? Maybe. Is it true that Drake didn't deserve the success that he got because people didn't realize what he was really up to? Maybe. I don't know. But the bottom line is the people chose Drake to make him who he was, and now all of a sudden you got a problem as if this nigga ain't give you good music all these years.
Okay. Like I've always said, Kendrick was very particular about, nigga, I don't fuck with you. Even if you fuck with me, nigga, I don't fuck with you. And here's a list of the fucking reasons why I don't fuck with you. And I'm going to say it by name. I'm going to call you out by name and tell you what I think about you. Period. Now, what I think is if all Kendrick was doing was telling lies, I feel like that's where you doing too much. Nigga, you just lying. You done call this man by name and you lying and just making shit up and shit like that. But if you listen to all of the shit that Kendrick dropped, the only question mark is the pedophile shit for the most part. That's the only question mark. Everything else you can't dispute.
Well, it's no everything
you can't
else.
dispute.
I think the A minor was the biggest thing that set.
I think that was on a great song, but I don't think it was the biggest thing because if you had listened to all the Kendrick tracks that he put out, he was talking about very particular things in detail.
Represent the culture
in detail.
And how can you say that the culture is not represented when the culture chose you? Ain't nobody, like, we can put several people.
Yeah, but that's like putting donuts in front of people and then saying, well, the people chose donuts.
Well, put a donut in front of you.
We didn't necessarily.
I don't eat cream-filled donuts. And if somebody put a cream-filled donut in front of me, I'm going to be like, I want that. No.
Let me preface this by saying that I do like Drake. I like Drake and I like Kendrick. I have been a fan of both music.
Too.
So I just want to preface that. So I don't have anything against Drake, but what I'm saying is that when somebody comes at you in a tactical ass way, the way they came at you, you only have one or two choices. One, respond back, or two, just stay in your bag. And what Drake did not do is stay in his bag.
And
that's really it. That's really it. I don't have a problem with either artist because I like donuts, nigga. You may not have a lot of substance, but you put me in a nice little mood, and I'm cool with that. Exactly. And like you said on the other episode, we be in different moods all the time.
All the time.
Sometimes you hard as fuck.
All the time.
Sometimes you in love.
Yeah.
Sometimes you going to Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you in your feels or whatever the case may be. So
I'll listen to Big X the Plug and then turn around and listen to Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, back to back.
It's just
first of all, Kirk like that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Kirk gives me a feeling that's different from all the other feelings that I get.
Right.
Pause. But the musical influence that I get from Kirk. Let me clean that
there
up.
You go, musical influence. I see you with the president hand too.
That I get from Kurt. I enjoy that, and I enjoy some of the other ones. But the thing is, I just feel like, you know what I mean, it was just something that if he really wanted to make a example out of that type of music, then there's several people that are doing music that is really lacking substance.
Yeah, but they not at the top, so what would be the point?
That's what I'm saying. But
what would be the point?
But the point shouldn't be the top person.
No, that is the top. Just like a boxer. They don't go for a nigga that's in fifth. They go for the nigga that's in first place. He got the belt. That's who I'm going after. This nigga's playing the game of boxing. I'm going after the nigga in first. I ain't going after the nigga in fifth.
Hey, all I say, if that's working for us, let's keep doing it.
Well, it seemed like it worked for him. I'm just saying.
It's definitely working. It's definitely working to the degree that we like to see messy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love competition and conflict.
We do.
And just being involved in some stuff that we really wouldn't want to be involved in ourselves.
But we also like peace and love and happiness. So we are layered as people. And this just happened to tap into a side. It was like, you know what? We tired of only having this type of shit as our choice. Nigga, just provide us some other choices. I really think that's the biggest issue. I feel like if mainstream music would provide other choices like they did back in the day. Back in the day, you could turn on the radio, you could hear Erykah Badu, you could hear Music Soul Child, you could hear Lauryn Hill, you can hear all the rap that you wanted to hear, but you could also hear other things. You can hear Tribe Called Quest, you can hear gospel, you can hear all of those things. That has been X'd out so much so to the point where now you can only name maybe 3 or 4 R&B artists that's on your radio, like real R&B. Maybe you got her. If Chris Brown, if Ellen May drops something,
if Usher drops something,
if Usher drops something, you know what I mean? So I think the biggest problem was the industry itself not seeking out these artists to continue to give us options and different things to listen to. So when you have the industry only focused on one thing, they're just going to keep reproducing that one thing because that one thing has shown that it has worked, right? So I personally blame the machine for a lot of it. I don't put blame on Drake because first of all, Drake is just a person. He a person just like anybody else. Kendrick is just a person. I'm just a person. He just a person. Nigga just peopling. That's all we doing, right?
That's it.
So I don't place any blame on Drake necessarily for anything that he has provided. But I do think that we are giving a lot of things. We're pushing to the front a lot of things that are not necessarily of substance, not something to make you go, or I wonder what they meant by that, because there's so many ways you can interpret that, or you know what I mean? So
whatever exists on every
because we chose it to exist.
It's because we chose it individually and collectively. And that's where we be getting,
I'm with you on that.
That's what we be
I'm with you on that
twisted.
Now I don't
somebody
think
else making the choices for us. No, we collectively come together and make these choices.
Right,
and
but
decide
okay,
that this
but
is what we want.
However, after you make a choice and you see how it's panning out for you, or you're brought to the realization of how it's panning out for you, you readjust your choice.
And that's fine.
So if people have readjusted their choice, that's just peopling.
But see, that's the thing.
People.
I can choose to go from 8-track to tape to CD to DVD without trying to denounce what DVD and CD or tape did for me. Like they had to bring me something if I used it for the time that it even was accessible.
So this feels like the fan perspective. Like, as the fans of Drake don't switch up so fast or act like he wasn't a part of your life.
I feel like that on all. If you like this man before Kendrick came and said what he said, it shouldn't be no difference because it hasn't been no case, no trial saying that he did anything to the little girls or whatever the extra is. Only thing it is that we don't feel like culturally he has our best interest. That's fine. If you want to remove yourself from,
and that should be okay. If I'm calling you out because you don't have our culture's best interest, it should be nothing wrong with that. It should be nothing wrong with calling a spade or your opinion of a spade. It shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. So when you say, you know, Drake or Kendrick is calling him out by name, call a spade a spade. Don't have us all this ambiguity and we trying to figure out who you could possibly be referencing or talking about. Nigga, just tell me.
But if you don't know a person, you don't know a person. You only know
who's to say that don't nobody know him.
Like everybody that I've heard that spoke about Drake as having a relationship with Drake, he's been cool to me. Like Drake and help me out and such and such.
But that's like, any person.
And Drake, listen. Drake has not on, and that's just backstories that I've heard people talk about him in his favor. But on top of that, just look at all the people that he put on. Drake helped so many artists.
Right, and nobody's saying he didn't.
And because of that, that means that you not only giving me what you have brought, you have brought other people to give me whatever I felt like I may not have. So he ain't even coming to game on no selfish shit. Like, he could have took that fame and just been all about him. So the fact that I use what, like you saying that he coming in and trying to use the culture to his advantage, everybody does that with everything.
Okay.
Like, you use things to your advantage if you see the opportunity to do so. So the fact that he went and got
so what's the difference
involved,
between being a vulture and just using what you have in front of you? Is there any difference?
Well, yes, it is. Because
okay, what's the difference?
Because a vulture, he goes for the scraps. Like, a vulture is trying to pick the scraps off something. And I don't think Drake did that.
Okay,
I think
he definitely didn't do that.
I think Drake came and innovated what we already had because it was a transition happening in rap.
Okay.
And he noticed that transition, just like any pioneer of anything. They notice when the trend is taking place, and they jump on board and create something for y'all.
Right.
And so that's
I don't think
he did anything outside of that. But we can move on because I did.
Either way. So celebrities performing on DJ Cassidy's live Pass the Mic. We had E40, Too Short, Sweetie, and In Vogue performing. I like DJ Cassidy. I like what he did for the culture. Like, I don't know how many percent of him is part of the culture, but he's definitely locked into the culture.
Yeah. Too Short is just good, man. Like, I was young as hell when he came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, my cousins used to be all in the backwoods bumping Too Short, and I ain't know what the hell. You know what I'm saying? I really, and then once I got to the point where I did listen to music like that, I didn't feel like Too Short can rap. But when he got older, it was just like, damn, Too Short cold. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's my favorite word?
I don't think
why you gotta say it like Short?
Man, I don't think Short. I don't know if Short considers himself like a lyrical rapper.
Too Short was out when Luke and all the rest, Luke, Two Live Crew was out, and he's still making music that's relevant. You know what I'm saying? And jumping on people's tracks, and they have that type of respect for him. Kudos to that, every time, because that's always a good look.
Yeah.
Now that is what I call looking in the culture and bringing light to what we want to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I don't want to be a person to cut down or put stoppage to things that we can use in a different way or elevate it in a different way to see it in a different way.
I can see what you're saying. What I mean? Let's see. Raphael Sadiq from Tony performed at the opening of the Allstar game. It was good to see him. You know what? I am going to put a question mark here. And
I like that music, but I can't think about any of their music, like, except for
now was Tony just one person, or was it? No, it's just one nigga, right?
It's three dudes.
It's three niggas named Tony,
and their name is spelled different.
I know their name is spelled different, but is it actually three people?
Yeah,
for sure. You seen all three of their faces?
No, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. Hey, if I'm wrong, y'all seem to like calling me out anyway.
I don't know.
But yeah.
But anyway, so he opened up for the All-Star game. It was good to see him. So this year, the All-Star game was using the mini tournament format for 2025. So it's 3 teams of NBA All-Stars plus the winners of Friday's Rising Star Challenge.
Yeah.
Draymond said he don't like the format. He hated it. It was awful. But Stephen A. Smith said that the formats changed because the players weren't giving they all in the game. So he's basically saying that Adam Silver had to change up the format because the players wasn't actually playing. They was out there bullshit, just shooting a whole bunch of threes.
Yeah, I think they need to. The 3-point is here. The 3-point shot is here.
Yeah, to stay. It ain't going nowhere.
I just feel like it has taken away from seeing dunking highlights. You know what I'm saying? Somebody driving to the rim, getting pleasure out of just
in the paint. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, and then even when you see them dunk, sometimes it just just dang there, just pat it down. Yeah, man. You know, back in the day, you trying to take off.
You trying to yang that thing.
As I bring the rim down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that has taken away from the excitement. And I think since the 3-pointer is here to stay, it would be dope if they made somebody that's 3 points.
Why you telling people my idea? I told you specifically to tell the NBA, not people.
Well, I don't have any access
Not
to the NBA,
people.
so I don't know necessarily how to get
Not
that
people.
information, but it is good information.
Because now all
to
these
be
people
had.
gonna see it, and then somebody see it on their page,
Well, all you
and
have to
then
do
they'll be
is
like,
when
"Oh, they thought of the no."
Well, when you edit it in, just boop,
You know what?
boop, you know what I'm saying? Bing, bing.
I don't like it.
You know, one of them laughs.
I don't like it. I'm gonna let you know right now. I don't like nobody taking Adam Silver, the NBA. Okay, dunk should be worth 3 points automatically. It allows more diversity in the game. Right now, people just like to dunk just because it's fun. But if they also have an incentive, because right now dunks is worth 2 points.
2 points.
So it's really no incentive to really get in the paint and get body to body with niggas if I don't have to.
I could
right?
possibly get
So
hurt. It's several things that you think.
Yeah.
The algorithm, because I guess they use you know, like the AI to, you know, determine what's best shots, and
Right.
this and that. So it's always gonna say, "Hey, scoot back a couple inches and get that 3."
get
you
that
know
three.
what I mean?
Yeah,
And
you
so
can do that.
That makes
'Cause it's
sense
worth
when
3
it's
points.
another point involved.
And if you're trying to win the
So-
game, why would I not make the shots that's gonna give me the most points? So make dunks. I'm just fucking. I'm gonna tell you, make dunks worth 3 points automatically.
And I would.
Okay, but then they would have to figure out what count as a dunk. Like,
Well,
would you say hand to elbow in the rim?
No, you have to physically have contact with none of them floating drop in dunks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, Blake Griffin had a few of them, but a few people didn't had a few of them. But it's that, you know, you ain't touching the rim, but you slamming the ball down.
Okay.
I don't think that should be worth 3 points. I almost think it should be to the point where if it's a contact dunk where, you know, somebody tried to block you and then you slammed it, then I think that should be worth 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Because it would just open up the game in a way that, because I know the NBA is looking at the game, they numbers is probably going down and they looking at it like, you know what, we need more viewers.
Right.
And I think the loss of viewers comes from the fact that it's not as exciting as it used to be.
They already took down the amount of contact you can make with a person years ago.
Yeah.
So you kind of lost that dynamic and that hustle of it.
And everybody just pulling up long distance. And
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if it was a cold ass dribble move involved to get that 3-pointer, of course that's exciting. Steph got a lot of. I'm not saying just because Steph shoots threes, he don't have exciting moments because he
or
do.
everybody.
You
It
know
ain't
what I
just
mean?
Steph,
But
nigga.
I just
Everybody.
think, you know, overall it would expand the excitement.
It
of the
definitely
game.
would. It definitely would. If anybody knows Adam Silver personally,
Tell him
please
this.
show him this video or this segment, and please let him know that we need dunks to be worth 3 points.
All right.
All right, so moving right along. Team Cavaliers won the skills challenge. The Cavs becomes the first ever 2-time skill challenge champion. Wembanyama and Chris Paul were expected to be the highlight of the competition, but they was disqualified for quote unquote cheating.
Wow.
Basically, what they was doing was they was just taking shots as fast as they could, and they wasn't focusing on accuracy, which led to boos from the crowd, and they had to be disqualified.
Damn, Wemby. Damn, Chris.
I don't know. But what I want to talk about is Gildred's shoe that he released with Converse.
Well, you know, the kids.
What you think?
I think that a good outfit will make them stand out. But you know, just
I don't like
overall, I mean,
I ain't like it.
they're just decent.
I don't like it at all. Like a jacket, like a coat with little patches on the elbows or something to me. I don't like them. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't like them, but you know the kids be wearing anything to school nowadays, so they might like them. I don't like them. I don't like none of the kids' shoes. I don't like none of the shoes the kids wear.
None of them.
None of them. I don't like the Crocs. I don't like the. I don't like them bubble shoes. I don't like them. them Kappa shoes. It looked like an orthopedic boot. I don't like none of them.
Yeah.
But
I don't either, but like it don't seem like our children have the same emphasis as we did growing up about how you dress.
nah.
Like, they'll think they fly in some basketball shorts and a t-shirt and be like, rate my drip. Like, bro, what drip?
What
Like,
drip?
Where?
What I mean? Where is it? Show me first, and then I'll rate it. It's like they don't care. Like they will go to school in like mismatching socks, and I'll see, people post to other kids, and they all doing the same thing, so they not getting made fun of. That's the problem. That's the we might need to bring back bullying.
Haircuts ain't like a big deal like they used to.
Your lineup can just be growing out, looking crazy. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Nobody making fun of
it's
you
not
like
the
they
same.
did us. Because we got it. Like we got
Some people say it is trauma. It was trauma. I'll say character building.
It was character building.
For me, that's how I feel. But
because it taught you how that this world ain't necessarily
and it let you know,
to you.
Right? Everybody ain't gotta be nice to you. That's first of all. So just know that. Secondly, don't nobody owe you nothing. And thirdly, it's something wrong with everybody. Yeah. So if you can bully me or whatever and say what I got on is trash, nigga, your head big than a motherfucker, big head ass boy. Like they might need to bring it back. Yeah. I ain't like the shoes though. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
They was average.
I'm happy that he was able to put out a shoe.
Yeah.
Right? But I didn't like the shoe. That's just me. Yeah. Little dude hitting that winning shot for the 100 challenge. Yes, yes.
Out of the whole
that was
weekend,
crazy.
That made me feel good because if you seen how it played out, and you didn't think he was gonna.
I did not. I thought instantly he was not gonna make it.
Yeah. You seen it, and he was going against Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
So Damian Lillard had to make 3 shots before he made 1.
Yep. And he kept missing. I don't know if he was missing on purpose. Or if it was just he was organically missing. However, yeah. But
I think he was
when little dude hit that shot, that made me happy. Yeah, that made me happy.
At the buzzer too. You know what I'm saying?
What Elon say? From my heart, it made me happy.
From my heart, exactly. Yeah, and he did it at the buzzer, man. Got a chance to swim and all that money in front of hundreds of thousands of people. I know that felt good to him, so it made me feel good. That was
I liked it. I liked that a lot. So SNL had their 50th anniversary. I don't know.
Hold on. What I do want to say, speaking of Mr. Beast, this dude is just throwing money around. Like
with his game show.
We watched his game show. We watching his
that
game
nigga
show.
gave away an island and $5 million.
Yeah, and then one of a few of the contestants had the opportunity to take millions of dollars that they, because of, trying to be loyal and stuff, didn't even take. But the option was there.
I would have took that. Yeah, I would have took that. When it hit $1 million, I would have took that million. I would have hit that buzzer and for sure took that $1 million. I'm coming home. Yeah, I'm coming home.
Need this.
But I don't know. Some people would say, well, if you feel like you wasn't gonna make it to the end, then you would have took the milli.
No, I don't even care if I was gonna make it to the end because if I got $1 million in my pocket, I can play the game with the light.
I can do something right. Right.
Game, I'd be cool playing that with with my heart free of any possibilities of not coming home with any money.
I got you. So yeah, that's just good. Actually, I feel like we got like 2 more episodes or 1 more episode to watch.
But he doing his thing, man. The game show period is put together so nice, just aesthetically. Like,
it looks good. It don't look like a rinky dink.
No.
Y'all just threw this together type of show.
Dude got a whole space. I don't know if
I think he's like the highest paid YouTuber.
I think so.
Is what I think. But
hey,
he did good. He did good. I fucks with it.
People like seeing somebody come in and not only just take from us but give back. So cool.
I fuck with that. So SNL had their 50th anniversary. Dave Chappelle introduced Lil Wayne for his performance. He performed with the Roots, so the Roots was his band. Okay. He did Uproar, Lollipop, 6 foot, 7 foot, and Mrs. Officer and a Millie. But it was just like little snippets. It wasn't like full songs. But I was happy to see Lil Wayne. So I appreciate that. Eddie Murphy, Tom Hanks, Will Ferrell was in some sketches or whatever. So I don't know if a lot of black people watch Saturday Night Live. It's pieces of Saturday Night Live that live. I don't know why I keep saying live. Saturday Night Live that I do like. Like I like the update report with Colin Jost and what's the black dude name? Michael Shay. Yeah, I know. You don't be watching it, but I'm just telling you what happened. So, Tom Hanks did a memorial for all the sketches that are no longer appropriate. So they start flashing to sketches, and they just show like snippets of them. But they're in today's time, they're no longer appropriate. So it was like people pretending to be Mexicans or Italians or like a uncle taking pictures of the nieces type shit. Like it was shit that now you would be like, that's cringe. That counts as cringe. For example, like the Drewski thing when him and Kevin Hart was on Cossin for Thanksgiving. He called that little boy fat.
Yeah.
Now I personally don't think that it's something that shouldn't be said. Like, nigga, if your body is more fat than muscle,
with it,
you're fat.
Because some people fat and they ain't got no problem with it. But if you have a problem with it, that means you should do something about it.
Exactly.
It ain't about what somebody said.
But I think it's the fact that it was a kid and it was from an adult coming from a kid. It wasn't like a kid to kid thing. It was an adult coming from a kid. But in Drewski's defense, he wasn't sure like how much they was playing into it, or like he didn't even know that he was really crying. Right. I get what he's saying, but
come on now. Like,
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying. Like it's certain things that cross lines that need to be addressed, but it's certain things that need to be addressed internally.
But who gets to decide? Like the people decide what's no longer appropriate.
Well, I don't think most of the decisions are made based off what the people decide.
But now a lot of the decisions are being made off of what the people decide, especially when you're talking about cancel culture. Like the people have decided who's gonna be canceled and who's not gonna be canceled. And I think some of the niggas that's canceled, you should probably cancel them. I just
think it's kind of weak because
I don't know, because then a nigga could do blackface, a motherfucker could do blackface, and then they'd be like, toughen up. Like, nigga, no, take that shit out.
Even that, like, if somebody talking to you, we need to get our goddamn power back, man. Just period. If somebody's talking to you in a way that you don't like, you don't have to embrace it as if, like, you can almost be like, who you talking to? Because that's definitely not me. But we embrace it as if, it must be me because you said it. Who are you? You don't determine who I am.
I get what you're saying.
And that's my
it's
whole
just tougher. It's just, we come from a time where you just had to have a tougher skin. And now, nowadays, the kids coming up now are deciding what they feel like. And not even now, but a little younger than me, are deciding what they feel like is something that's appropriate, something that's not appropriate. I feel like, especially like on TikTok, when you listen to what is it, like people be posting like old songs, but they be posting the lyrics to old songs while it's playing. Like, these songs, nigga, this is inappropriate as hell. Like,
a lot of our music was inappropriate.
Nigga,
when you look back, you like we was listening.
Especially Tony had a song where this nigga talking about he seen this girl, she was dressed a little risque, and he came to found out that she was only 15. Now he doing a 23-1 or something, whatever it is. The code stands for, nigga, you fucking with somebody that's underage. Not, I gotta stop. I'm about to stop myself from doing that, but I'm doing that. Like,
those are the things I feel like should be.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, you can't have progression without being critical of things that are no longer acceptable in the time. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that. But here's my thing. Just like in sports or anything else for that matter, there is a level of conditioning that has to take place in order for your body to be prepared, your mental to be prepared, And I think a lot of this can be considered as conditioning for what you're going to run into when you get into the real world, which will make you more prepared. So I think a lot of what we're taking out, uh, it just needs to be sorted a little bit better because
Okay, I
it's
can
really
see that.
it's
I can
just
see
really
that.
conditioning that's
Yeah,
taking place to get you ready for all the possible things that you can encounter.
I can see that. I can see that. Adam Sandler did some songs on there. I don't like any of Adam's songs, but
Adam
it's
Sandler, the
yeah,
comedian,
he be playing the guitar and doing them little
on Jokey Joke, right?
songs.
Jokey
Yeah,
Joke.
but
Yeah, okay,
that's what he
yeah,
did.
yeah, okay.
Yes, but I don't really like them, but they don't hurt nobody,
Yeah,
so I'm good with
Adam
them.
Sandler is one of the
Adam
funniest white
Sandler is
guys that
hilarious.
I have seen. I love him. Will Ferrell.
Doobie Halloween, we watch that every
Every
Halloween.
Halloween, because he just hilarious with where he takes stuff to.
Oh,
You know
that
what I
nigga with
mean?
that thermos. That thermos has so many
Thermos did everything,
functions.
boy. Yeah,
Uh,
that was funny. I
yeah, I
like
fuck
that.
with Adam.
Yeah.
Garrett Morris, who plays Stan on Martin, he did a little speech. He was on SNL from 1975 to 1980.
Talking about Junior, Uncle
Yeah,
Junior.
Uncle Junior.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
Stan, Uncle Junior,
Okay,
Garrett
yeah.
Morris. Yeah,
He's,
he's still around. He getting up there in
I didn't want to
age,
say
but
that, but He
I mean, I'm
old when
happy.
we met him.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly. But I don't know. You know what? I don't even know if he was old because 35 back then didn't even. It looked like 50. So
So at least 45.
you feel okay? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look it up and see what
I
happened.
mean, we met him on Mark. You know what I'm saying? Then Jamie Foxx. But yeah, I'd say he was at least 45 when we met him.
I'm gonna look it up and see. ASAP Rocky is facing up to 24 years.
That's crazy. The story of how it's playing out
That shit is wild.
is wild. But when I first heard it, I was like, you know what, bro? Like, if you have got a charge like that, and they're giving you a plea for like 120 something days, expelled sentence, suspended sentence. You just had to do community service and something else. I was just like
Anger management. It was anger management.
I just felt like, man, take that. But
if you didn't do it,
and see,
if you didn't do it, I'm not finna take nothing because I ain't do it.
Yeah. But regular niggas like we would be like, hey man,
No,
I ain't trying to
nigga.
take this to court and do like
Because if we take this to court, you have to prove that I did this.
But we
And it
didn't-
sounds like right now they don't have no proof. First of all, the only witness was the nigga that is saying that ASAP shot at him. Then
Yes.
the nigga go back to the crime. So the detectives done searched the crime scene. This nigga go back to the crime scene and find 2 shells.
Yeah, that's why that's why
I feel
changed my
yeah.
opinion
I'm
about
just
it. Once
like
I heard
nigga.
the rest of it, like, bro,
And that if that's the only evidence that they
you gotta
have,
come better than that.
I would say yes, Rocky, fight this because
and it
this
sounds
shit
like
don't make
old boy
sense.
had ulterior motives, for ASAP Rocky in the first place, and so
Because he was angry about ASAP not paying for another ASAP member's funeral.
Yeah.
So I don't really know the details of that and how it played out,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
he trying to say ASAP fired at him. He didn't get shot. He didn't go to the hospital, but he
3
saying
days
that
later, he go to the hospital and then report ASAP Rocky talking about he fired,
right.
and then it struck his knuckle, and then
that's what he said.
Then when the detectives went to search the area for shells, they didn't find anything. But this nigga come back a day or 2 later.
So now we talking about like 5 days.
2 shells.
5 days after.
That's tampered evidence.
Yeah, that's
Like,
very
nah,
tempered. We
man,
can't even
we
really take
can't
that
take
into
to the
consideration
court. Nah.
because you tamper with the evidence.
Yeah, and if there's no witnesses to say anything to
It's not.
cooperate with the
It's
other
not.
guy's story, or man, bro, throw this out.
So let me ask you this. Or would you advise or would you want, if you was facing up to 24 years, would you want your significant other to wait on you?
For how many years?
24. 24.
Yeah. I would say no. Don't wait on me. And I'm gonna give you the freedom to not wait on me, but look out for me because I done looked out for you all these years before I got these.
How many years?
Like I don't know. Like,
how many? Wait.
So I guess
how many years?
So I guess it depends on who it is. Because if I was talking to you, if it was you,
right?
Yes, you don't have to wait on me. You can go out here and do your thing. I ain't tripping on that because I know I'm locked up and I can't handle that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But hey, you better put something on my books. You better make sure that I have what.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Let me just make sure.
I've been there for you way before this happened.
Okay, so if you shot at a nigga, allegedly,
yeah,
for a disagreement or altercation y'all was having it,
yeah,
and then you was being faced with 24 years, you would want me to do what now?
Well, if you ain't gotta wait on me in no sexual way.
Okay.
But if I got 20-something years, we ain't gotta be doing nothing different. Like you going to look for somebody else to marry and be with. Like I just feel like that ain't necessary.
24 years?
Yeah, that ain't necessary.
24 years?
Yeah, you can have your life.
Why you wouldn't want me to have happiness for 24 years?
You know what? You gonna have happiness because it sounds like you for the streets right now. So I would definitely tell somebody for the streets.
You know what?
You go ahead and
for somebody that I love, I would give them complete freedom. If I'm facing 24 years and it's not something that I did for you or on your behalf, it's something that I just did because of ego or pride or whatever, I would not hold limitations to you for 24 years.
I ain't say nothing about holding no limitations. You heard what I said.
I heard what you said.
Do you? But keep something on my books.
Nigga.
And don't never let no other nigga tell you differently. Like this dude has held me down in the times that I didn't have nothing for myself.
Okay, so
therefore I'm going to hold him down. If you have a problem with that, then you obviously can't be a part of my life. And if that woman ain't trying to do that.
Wait a minute. So can we say that they should hold they person down for as long as that person held them down? Because I feel like, nigga, you doing a 24-year sentence. If I hold you down for 12 years of that, nigga, my debt is paid.
Hey, see, we look at love differently. I don't look.
Nah,
at love
I wouldn't put no limitation.
I would look at it.
I'm not gonna put no limitation on somebody that I love. On somebody that I love, I will
hold you down just like Papoose did Remy.
You ain't gotta put nothing on my books.
But you see how Remy did Papoose.
Nigga, she wasn't locked up for no 24 years.
She was locked up for a long ass time though.
Well, that's on him. Yeah, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't request that my partner don't live their life 24 years. Okay, and then 24 years, nigga, you got more time behind you than you do in front of you. So somebody that I love, I'm definitely not finna say you gotta do this or that. Nigga, the time we had is the time we had, and I appreciate you for anything that you do while I'm doing 24 years that had nothing to do with you, wasn't about you, and it was about my own pride and ego. Because at this point, nigga, you put this family at risk. You put this family setting at risk. It have shit to do with us. You wasn't protecting us. That will be a different story. It had nothing to do with us.
And well, if if you messing with a dude that's just him, that's like you just overreacting like you always do. But say if it was somebody like me, if I had to whip the boy out on somebody, you would know that it was just cause. Like Wes wouldn't even do that unless he knew.
Yeah, that would be a different story.
So therefore, if you can't see the benefit in holding somebody down, then like I said, I and the
what's
viewers,
the benefit?
The viewers.
What's the benefit?
Well, the benefit is just if somebody held you down to that degree of life.
What's the benefit?
Then you should reciprocate it. The benefit.
Where's the benefit?
Well, I don't know. I ain't never been in prison that long. But I don't know what I can bring to the table.
Don't be telling niggas it's a benefit.
It might be good conversation continuing, that allow me to help you in aspects of your life that just like I did when I was out. I just don't have the physicality to present myself in that way.
Nigga, I feel like either way, like I wouldn't even want you as my husband to be like, nigga, And I'm your even if I did it, I wouldn't want you to be like, well, I gotta hold you down. Cause no, nigga, I'm in here for 24 years. I love you enough to let you live your life. Be happy. See some shit. Experience some shit. Have a good time. If you find somebody that you connect with, that you love that person. Because I made this choice. Y'all didn't make this choice. I made this choice. That's just how I love. I'm just saying.
And y'all know where she's at. So we're just gonna
Nigga, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Love me that much to let me be free.
Hey,
If you say you love me and you fucked up, then love me enough. Whatever.
He should.
So the new the new Captain America, we went to go see that. What you felt about it?
It was good, but it was kind of lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the villain choice that they put in there.
The Red Hulk?
The Red Hulk wasn't the villain. The Red Hulk made an appearance at the end.
Okay.
And I hate to get,
oh, you talking about what's that nigga name? Stan? What was his name?
The leader is his name, but he's like a brainiac because he got injected with Hulk DNA.
Or it dripped down on his wound, something like that.
And so he's now like so smart that he can see several different events playing out, all the different possibilities of events that can play out. And so it was kind of weak because he really couldn't fight or do nothing. So it wasn't until the Red Hulk came in at the end that you kind of got
a little action
that symbolized the villain is worthy of fighting.
I wish they would play like whatever movie preceded the current movie. Give me a little synopsis, a little, you know what I mean?
When you
like a little recap of what happened because they not coming out every 6 months or every year. You talking about 2, 3, 4 years maybe, nigga. I need a little recap in the beginning of the movie. Give me the recap so I can understand what the fuck is happening now because I don't forget.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't even know this because they connected it with one of the first Hulk movies, the Incredible Hulk movie. And this was before the dude that we know is Bruce Banner right now. He was a different dude, skinnier white dude.
Okay.
And the Hulk was different animation and everything, bigger and everything. And then he had to fight Abomination in that movie. And so all the people that were in that first movie with the different Bruce Banner, they kind of brought them together. Even Ross, the dude that is now the president.
But he done been like 3 different niggas.
Yeah. So it's two. He only been 2.
Oh, okay.
So Harrison Ford played him in this one. But it was just like, I just think they a lot. It
wasn't a lot of action.
Seen any of those could have easily been confused.
It just wasn't a lot of action. I wish it was. I wish it had just a little more action. It was a lot about it. Dealt with a lot of Captain America's like kind of insecurities being Captain America.
It seemed like it was okay. That was trying to lead you to
something exactly. It was like a prelude to like the next thing.
But I give it probably a 7 out of 10, 7 8 out of 10.
Okay. All right. So now it's time for our episode of Love Laws. All right. So I'm gonna ask a couple questions regarding relationships, and we'll answer them.
Let's get to it.
All right. Number 1. What are some ways to support each other's personal growth while growing together as a couple?
The way that I would say is probably, this is the way I've done it. You know what I mean? It's starting with you, working on you, allowing the other person to be them, whatever version of them they see themselves being.
Okay.
And when you do that, a lot of stuff that you had issues with, a lot of stuff that you have problems with, they'll tend to fade away because most of the problems that you have are just based on beliefs that you collected over the years.
True.
And some of those beliefs are flawed. So with those flawed
most of them.
Yeah, most of them. And a lot of those beliefs don't serve us no more, but because we've seen so many people operate in them, we kind of attach them to our situation. And I think that's always the wrong thing to do, trying to make a relationship this one-size-fit-all thing. because every relationship is different
Yep.
because it's two
Different people.
physically different people in every way
Yep.
coming together trying to be one. And so even with that, it takes about 3 to 5 years before you can get that type of calm because it takes a minute to learn each other and learn who you are within that situation.
So what ways did you give to support?
Well, my ways would be working on yourself.
Okay.
That would be the
Yeah.
main way that I would go about it, is working on myself and allowing the coexistence of that relationship. We in a relationship as individuals, but we come together collectively to share that.
Yeah. Support each other through personal growth. First of all, I feel like it's very important to create a safe space with whoever you're in a relationship with, so that you can have the space to come to them and talk to them about what you're feeling, where you want to go, how you want to start, just kind of brainstorming those ideas. Because if you don't have a safe place, it's really hard to be in a relationship, but also kind of follow your own navigation. It will be difficult to do that if you don't have a safe space as to do that in, right? So I think having a safe space will allow just the flourishment of each person as they go on their personal journey, and then supporting them. You don't have to necessarily be involved in everything that they're doing, but if they come to you with a conundrum or something they can't figure out, you know what I mean? Try to help them as much as you can. You know what I mean? I think that you should be honest in a relationship. If you feel like this is not a good idea, I feel like you should be able to voice that opinion as well. And the other person should, if you trust the person that you with, should take that into consideration before they start doing whatever it is that they're doing. But it has to be a safe space for both sides. You can't say it's just a safe space for you, but when I say something, it's not a safe space for me, right? So you have to create that safe space. You have to be honest with one another, even if the honesty is, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm interested in this part, which may lead me to another part. Just be honest.
Right. Well, that goes with, that would be number 2 to what I said. Like, first you have to work on yourself before you can even allow a safe space. And understanding that is, when I work on me, a lot of the things that I'm insecure about or was insecure about, I can actually realize that they're not serving me and remove them from myself.
Okay.
And therefore, I don't bring them in that relationship, or I don't operate in that within the relationship, which allows a safe space, because a person will feel like, you know what, I can talk to you about anything.
Yep.
But I remember when early in our relationship, and you was like, I can't talk to you about nothing.
No,
because
nigga.
you just felt like it wasn't safe to, because you felt judged.
Because I felt attacked.
And
I'm trying to let you in on what I'm feeling. And instead of being sympathetic or even empathetic to what I'm feeling, it was just like immediate. Like,
no, I gotta tell you that's what it was. Like, you telling me your problem, so let me show you how to fix it. Like, no,
that's not what I want. What I want
you judging me.
What I want is for you to listen. I want you to listen, and I want you to put yourself in my shoes and just be there for me in that moment.
I get that.
Because when I need you to fix something, I'll be like, babe, I can't figure out how to such and such. Okay, you come and fix that. Yeah. But if I'm coming to you in a place of, I'm trying to figure things out, or I'm feeling this way, I'm not looking for you to necessarily solve the problem. Even if you're going to give an answer, right? You have to connect. Yeah, before you just start correcting shit. Because now I feel like you didn't even listen.
That's a good
connect before you correct. I feel like you ain't even listen to what the fuck I just said.
No, I listened. I got a solution.
Wait.
Let me tell you.
I'm not ready.
And so that
I need to get it out.
Yeah.
And then be soothed. And then I can get to the solution.
And it takes a minute, if a dude ever even learns that, because we just wired to.
But I think that goes for females too. Like, connect before you correct. Connect with that person. You love that person. So make sure everything that you've given them is out of love and not out of anger that this conversation is happening, anger that they feeling like this. Because sometimes it'll be about you. You know what I mean? So if you love that person and give them your love and your correction, Don't give them your knowledge. Don't give them your anger. Don't give them your fear. Give them your love.
I agree with that, and I think that's one of the things I had to learn, and that's what I'm saying. Within relationships, it takes a while for you to learn the person you're with,
That you with.
to be able to respond to them the way that they need. Even I had to learn with you gifts. Like I thought I would just do for you the way I heard that women like it to be done, and that wasn't necessarily your style. You know what I mean?
Well.
And after I learned that, I had to start listening to the things that you do ask for. Oh, you want to go on a boat ride? Okay, let's go on a boat ride. You done said it.
Yeah,
so
I like
keep
water.
that
I
and
like
hold
boats.
that throughout the year. Birthday come around. Now I give you what that I didn't heard that you wanted. You wanted to ride horses. I like horses. I want to
ride horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
When one of the situations, because we always got some holiday or something that we got to spend some money on.
Oh yeah, every month.
Every month or every other month.
Every month.
But with that, you just use those opportunities to shine a light on what you know that they will want to experience, and therefore you can't be wrong because they told you that
what they wanted.
Told you specifically.
Now, if you got a mystery motherfucker that ain't really saying what it is that they want or want to experience or want to have a time doing, that's something else. You got to read in between lines.
Yeah.
But I'm very vocal about what I want. If I don't really want to do too much, I'm gonna tell you I ain't really trying to do too much. And I give you some examples of things that I want to do. But okay, so let me ask you this. For first time Valentines, it's the first year that they are Valentines. What would you feel like would be acceptable as a gift or gifting?
I feel the first time Valentine's, that's kind of like candy, gifts, maybe a little bracelet or something, and go out to dinner and we have sex at the end of the night. I mean, drinks.
Like, okay,
sex,
do you feel like something is too, like, do you feel like there's a sense thing of giving too much on the first Valentine?
No.
Because the higher you start, the next Valentine's Day got to top that.
They say it ain't tricking if you got it. So I guess that might be the case but if you ain't got it, I don't think you should go broke trying to
get it,
because I think it's so many different creative ways that you can express your love for a person that they can feel your heart within that and feel special, because I think ultimately that's what any individual wants, is just to feel special.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so next question. How to keep the spark alive in a long-term relationship?
Well, long-term relationships get kind of tricky because keeping the spark alive is difficult because you start to know each other in a way that
I know all your plays.
Yeah. You ain't got that surprise factor like you had at one time. So I think it really will boil down to you once again. For me, I had to continuously reinvent myself. It's not like I'm a different person, but I just allow more excitement.
It's the expansion of self.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was real serious when you met me. I would laugh at your jokes, but it
so
wasn't
serious.
like I was, joking around myself, but as time went by and I started to evolve, I let myself expand in a way that I can express that throughout our relationship. So now that I know how to get better as a person, because I'm never done evolving. I'm never done getting better. So as I grow, I got more to give, and I just allow that to be the creativeness that we interact in our relationship.
I feel like if you know what that person likes, then find other things that will go into that category. Right? That, yeah. So just like how the algorithm do you. If you watching videos on nature, I might show you a survivalist video, right? Because you're already into nature. You know what I mean? So just listening to whoever you with and hearing the things that they talk about on a regular, or they look like fun, or I would love to do that, and then try to do things along that line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I say. I think trying to go too far, I think people get fucked up because they trying to surpass and go too far, and it's like
it's a fine line.
You may not get the thanks and appreciation that you looking for if you go too far. So just stay within that person's, realm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it seems to be something that I've kind of noticed is that it pays off to be a D student. And what I mean by that is that when you start off on a lower frequency, then you can move up to the A. But if you start at the A, it's nowhere to go from there.
A plus? You got A plus?
Yeah. So if you come in the gate, buying cars and buying leasing houses.
Keep doing that.
You
gotta do something better than that.
Maintain that, it's going to be, even if you do something better than that, it's just you just keep getting A's. And that don't seem like the but
if people appreciate an A student, you keep getting A's, nigga.
I think that usually creates entitlement on a lot of levels. I think appreciation may come later when that person just don't feel like, well, he's supposed to give me this, or she's supposed to do this, and then later on you'll spend years and be like, dang man, they have consistently did this. They ain't switched up on me. That's when you respect.
When you respect the A.
But at the beginning, if you get A's, niggas just gonna expect you to get A's. Oh, he just get A's. She just get A's, and they don't even just think about when you wasn't raised with brothers and sisters, but even when it was like that, the person that had the lowest grades always got the parents' attention. Like you good job to you, and then
the nigga with the A, good job,
and then the person that got a D, it's so much focus put on them. To the point where they just grow up to expect.
Because they trying to get the D to the A.
Yeah, but the thing is, that still is something somebody's left out.
It's still attention. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because if I'm doing that good, then people should be talking about me, right? You know what I'm saying? But it don't seem to pay off necessarily to start off great. You work your way
up to great. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this, because this is only a question that, baby. How to rebuild trust after it's been broken in a relationship.
Okay. Now, this varies from person to person.
Because let me tell you this. For me, it's almost like a crumbled up piece of paper. Like if somebody has crossed your line, right? And everybody has like some dotted lines that, may have gotten crossed, but y'all was able to recover. But if somebody has crossed your bottom line, that paper is balled up. And it don't matter as much as you flatten it and smooth it, it's never the same. No. So.
No, you just got to find a different way to use that paper. You know what I mean? Like.
Use it for kindling.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I would say don't be with somebody that you feel like I can't be with.
Okay.
So if they broken your trust and you don't feel like there's nothing else there, then you should definitely leave. But in some cases where somebody can break your trust, and you can even as a person reflect on yourself in a way that allows you to see things as if, you know what, I wasn't there for them like this, or I wasn't doing this for them like this. They've been asking me for this all this time, and I just overlooked it, and now you recognize it when somebody else is giving it to them. You know what I mean? It hits you different to the point where...
Are you talking about cheating?
Well, it
sounds like cheating.
I'm talking about anything.
Okay.
Like, if your trust is broken,
right.
It all is cheating. Like,
I get what you're saying.
If you break my trust, it's cheating to me. I don't care if it's physically messing with somebody else, or if I felt like you broke my trust because you stole some money from me that I didn't know you took out. Or, it's several ways to trust, but it's all the same. Like, I didn't expect that from you, and you delivered something to me that I didn't even expect that you would even do to me. Okay. And so, in any of those cases, you would have to assess yourself as to, is there anything that I can salvage from this? Sometimes you got to step away from it. And when you step away from it, it allows you to have a clear view of what's
whether it was working for you or it wasn't.
Yeah. And then once I assess the situation, is there anything else left in this for me to do? Do I feel like I'm done? Because your emotions are going to be your guidance. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not there, you're going to feel like this is done. This is over.
Yeah.
Like he just, or she just needed to do one thing because I was already done, and this nigga did that or she did that, I'm really out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it really is.
But how do you rebuild it? How do you rebuild the trust?
Well,
okay, so the trust is broken. Shit
trust
broke.
is broken.
How do you rebuild?
Well, rebuilding comes from deciding to do something different, deciding to make up our mind that we're gonna work on this differently than the way that we've been
previously worked on.
Previously worked on. So that's where the rebuild comes from. And I wouldn't even say it's a rebuild because it's almost a deconstruction and starting something completely new.
I see
you know
what you're
I
saying.
mean?
Okay. All right. So, what are the best ways to communicate during a disagreement? Now, y'all, I already know y'all been going through in these relationships, disagreeing and feel like ain't nobody being heard, and y'all having the same argument over and over and over and over. So, what are the best ways to communicate during a disagreement?
Once again, there's not a one answer question to this, but this is what I'd say. Most disagreements come from a different belief about it. Like your beliefs about whatever we're disagreeing about is different from my beliefs and whatever we're disagreeing about.
Okay.
So in that case, you would want to, if you're feeling that anger inside, leave or separate yourself. Can't talk
remove yourself.
Remove yourself.
Okay.
You can't get to the bottom of. Well, you don't even want to get to the bottom of, but you can't discuss it in a way that's.
But some people, them type of people, like they want to talk about it right now. Well, I know a lot of people like they not trying to wait till nobody cool down. If it's a problem, they want to talk about it right now.
But people want to do that, and it's not helping. And no, it's just like you ever been somewhere where two people screaming at each other.
Yeah.
But each one of them just want to say something. But both of them are saying something, so nobody's listening.
Got you.
So when those situations take place, is nothing getting done. You know, if anything, you're going to come off in a way that anger is going to make you do something or say something that's
out of pocket.
Yeah,
it's out of pocket.
Regret later. So that's why it's always best to step away because you know the feelings.
Right.
That
I feel my time getting hot.
You know what?
Let me take a minute. Let me take a minute
because if I continue with this,
it's gonna be disrespectful.
And
I think that's part of the key to communicating during a disagreement is keeping in mind that respect for the other person because this is somebody that you love, right? Or even in any relationship. If this is somebody that you respect, remember that respect first when y'all are having a disagreement.
Right.
I think tone is very important. Inflection is very important during a disagreement. But really just having that respect. And if it's somebody that you love, look at them as if they were a friend telling you an issue instead of somebody that you're that intimate with, because otherwise those lines can get blurry. Because a lot of times when they telling you something that's wrong, they talking about you.
Yeah,
they're not talking about some other figure, right? And then you get defensive, and then now you not listening. You just thinking of ways to defend or rebut whatever they said, and now nothing's actually getting done. No problems are being solved. So remember that that's your friend.
But when you take that time to separate yourself, remove yourself, it allows you to. Because this is my method. I would remove myself, and then I would ask my mental. I go inside and be like, what is it that I need to learn from this? What do I need to know to be able to alleviate this
remedy this situation,
you know what I mean? From, being this way. And every time I can come back later on in a way that we have the conversation and we both get clarity as to what you meant by it or what I meant by it, and you know what I'm saying? And we can actually kind of get some understanding and not feel like we're against each other.
Enemies.
Because that's what a lot of times in relationships.
Yeah, you become an enemy.
Yeah, we battle like we enemies. And that's crazy because we should be on the same team in a way that trying to achieve the same goal, which is get the championship.
Exactly.
So if there's anything outside of that happening, then you shouldn't be.
You know what? I like what we started doing is, we'll try it your way, and if it work, cool. But if it don't, we try it my way.
Yeah.
and see if it works. And if it don't, then we'll come up with something else together, because that's all people is doing. Everybody's just trying.
Yeah.
Everybody's just, whether they giving their best foot or they last foot, everybody's just trying, and right? So that's the most you can ask from anybody, is to fucking try. And if they're trying and you recognize that y'all both are trying, but y'all missing each other in whatever area it is, then give in to whatever that person is trying to do. Right. Let them do it. If it don't work, okay, cool. No harm, no foul. Y'all both agreed to do it. Now let's try my way. See if that works. That don't work, let's try another way that we both come up with.
Yeah. And through that, you just tinkering, calibrating, tightening up stuff when it need to be tightened up, and being open to communication in a way that we are trying to we're trying to achieve a specific or a certain type of goal. If you do that, it ain't nothing but success that's gonna come from it. It's usually people, if it's cheating, if it's doing anything that irritates a relationship, it's usually because a person feels like they're not getting what they feel like they want or deserve from that relationship, and that's what causes the tension. So if you guys can be honest about that, you will be able to sort out all the things that need to be sorted out to have the success that you're looking for in said relationship.
Well, y'all, there you have it. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of It's All Relevant. And we will see y'all next time. Remember to please continue to support, and please continue to comment down below. If there's any topics that you would like for us to discuss when it comes to especially relationships, please drop a comment below, and we'll get them in rotation.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all time.